you've got to know what business you're in and what you're really doing and what you're saying. Because for me, I get a lot of client referrals, and I've done the analytics. I've had a lot of businesses. I'm telling you, the best way to get cheapest way to get a client is through a referral.
Mm.
And so, how you go about doing that is a bunch of different things. So our approach in our practice is we focus more on retirement, and so we even have a theme in our company. Live well, retire with confidence. And so our customers come in knowing that theme: live well, retire with confidence. And we have four key principles that help people have confidence. And we talk to our organization and we say, hey, name a time when you've had confidence in an organization. Walk me through it. What did that organization do well that made you have confidence? What did they do that took that confidence away?
Mm.
And so in order for people to have confidence in their retirement, they have to have confidence in us. And we've kind of got our things that we do to make sure that people have confidence in us.
Yeah.
Um, and then it comes down to the way that I do my meetings is I often will speak the most in the first meeting. I ask questions and I do the suitability, but I speak more. And then after that, it's mostly me listening for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to listen. You got to be, able to just relate and remember. There are certain people that have a natural gift to remember everyone's name. I do not have that gift. But what I do have is a good CRM where I can find the name, and every time I'm talking to the person, I go out of my way to say their name multiple times, so they feel remembered and feel like they're known. And then you have to have a process of again, do what you say you're going to do. So with ours, we do at least an annual review once a year. With us, we also do client events. And so, for example, next Monday, I'm doing a giant bingo event, and we're having a couple hundred people come in, and we're doing bingo.
How fun. That's cool.
And, winners get these small little gifts and some bragging rights. We have a little buffet dinner that they can have. And what I'll do in each of those events is a little commercial, and it usually ties into the four things that we do for having people live well and retire with confidence. And everyone gets a little four commercials on what we're doing there now. And if you're not doing this, come see us so we can continue your confidence and let you just live and enjoy your retirement and live well. And then we do, some other ones that we have is we've done shredded events where we have a shredded company come and you send out, hey, bring all your stuff. And you'd be surprised how much people come in the crap they bring. I had a guy bring a giant van once, and he had papers like stacked into the van, and he just sat there and he was just shredding. He's like, this is the best event ever. I didn't know people stored that much paper. And so that was a real popular one. And then one that, I want to claim that I invented this. All right. And I'm going to tell you why I claim it. And I'm sure there's someone who did it before me, but I want to claim that I invented this one. I was at an event at a big insurance company almost 18 years ago, or 17 years ago, somewhere in there. And we had breakout groups. And in the breakout groups, I got put with the top producer of the company. I'm sitting there, we're talking about what we do with clients, and this idea comes to my head. And I was like, well, what if during Thanksgiving time, you just gave everyone pies? I mean, they're like $5. And people could come to your office, pick up the pumpkin pie, and you could just say, I mean, how easy is that event? And this is when I had like 300 clients, right?
Yeah.
That I'm coming up with this idea. And the top producer, who I didn't know at the time, turns over and he says, do you do that? And I was like, well, I'm thinking about, I'm like kind of fumbling,
Starting
like
tomorrow.
wanting to say yes, but like not really have done it ever. And he's like, he's got this great Tennessee accent, one of the most amazing people I ever met. And he's like, well, I'm going to do that. And so he did it. So did I. And then a bunch of agents started doing it. And Man, the goodwill that comes from that. My staff now hates Thanksgiving because we have hundreds and hundreds of pies that we're giving out. We have people coming in, but I'm telling you, every time they come in, guess what they're doing?
Yeah.
Bringing money.
Yeah.
They're bringing money and they're recommending people, and they'll have like their friends come and say, "My advisor gives me a pie every single Thanksgiving." And guess what I get to do? We get to hand them a pie, get to look them in the eye, shake their hand, and say, "Thank you so much, Bill. We really appreciate you. Have a wonderful day." And every once in a while, "Hey, can you do this? Can you do that?" And so that's just a great little idea of, what we've done. The one thing I will tell and warn you, which is why the pie thing is kind of was great at the beginning, became problematic. If you start it, don't stop it. So use wisdom in what you start, because as soon as you stop it, because one year we had this great idea, we're not going to give out pies, we're going to give pie certificates. Company's done well as it ever had been. And guess what I had people doing? Calling me up being like, "Matt, what's going on with your company? Is everything going well still?" No, it's fine. So find it, make it unique, make it fun. One year when I was earlier, and this is when I couldn't keep up with as well. I did it one year, but it gave me a ton of business. It's for Thanksgiving or for Valentine's Day. I found every widow and I bought her flowers and I
Oh,
sent her
boy.
flowers
I
to
love
the
that.
house. It was just so heartwarming. And still to this day, most of the widows that come into our office, they give me a giant hug. And it's just heartwarming and wonderful.
So Matt, you've done some amazing things with this, and I love it. Live well and retire with confidence. That's an awesome phrase. And it only stays an awesome phrase unless you live into it.
Yeah.
And so living into this is what you're talking about. It's these events, and it's the pie event, and it's the heart attack, the or Valentine's Day thing with the
Yeah.
widows and loving on them and helping them. But let's go back to the basics. Let's go back to basic blocking and tackling. I'm just starting in the industry, or maybe I don't have the financial means where I can do the pie event and some other things. Where do I need to start to develop and build the trust and the relationship? How can I connect with these people that just came into my office and I don't even know them?